Portland, Oregon, how are we feeling tonight? I love that for us. What a beautiful night. It's a balmy 150 degrees outside. You all have a nice sheen, looking beautiful. The not great news is you're on a watch list just by virtue of buying the tickets. The good news is it's going to be worth it because it's going to be a fantastic show tonight. And here's some fun stuff. After the show, we're going to have merch out front. We've got koozies, we've got stickers, we've got a t-shirt with Steven Seagal. And of course, the one and only J-Town. Yeah, that's right. But now, are you guys ready for the show? Well, give it up for Dave and Gareth. It's the Dollop! I said, give it up for Dave and Gareth. It's the Dollop! Starting to feel like a psychological experiment.
Thank you, boy. Yeah. It's Gareth. It's Gareth, actually, but that's awesome. Yeah, the doll heads. Fuck yeah. Woo! We love them. On behalf of the Dollop, we love the doll heads. Keep throwing them, keep bringing them. We're so fucking into it. Yeah, oh, Dave, look, one for you, baby. What are you doing? Oh, come on. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on. No, it's Dave. Come on. That's late term. Not allowed to do that. And by the way, my only note on this one, it's just supposed to be the head. Now, we can't take it in the direction where you're throwing full dolls. It gets weird for us. Then we're, you know what I mean? It's strange. Fuck. I understand what the person who wanted to just make it the head went through. Hey, Luke? Luke?
You're strong.
Yeah, you know what I need. Perform a little surgery on that guy. There we go. 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 Now put the knife blade. This is crazy. This is really, I don't know what is his name? Xavier Mitchell or whatever the Cabbage Patch Dad's name is? This is crazy. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no shit. It's like cutting through brick. There we go. I hear me ripping. There we go. All right. Thank you. All right. There we go. Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm toast. That's, I'm done. Hey, all right. Oh, well, thanks for coming out and showing up a little late, but that's fine. We're not mad at you. Oh, some patriotic albums here. This is
pathetic.
Great. Huh?
That was pathetic.
Come on. Come on, buddy. Relax, would you? These are great. Records, great. Everything's great. Oh, and look, there's a little note here on this doll head. That's creepy. There's really, the idea is to just throw the heads, guys. We're really trying to neaten this whole process up. Okay, that's a weird note. I
mean, you guys really look like you're from Portland. Like, it's a... It's a super Portland-looking audience.
In a good way. No, thank you for arriving. We're happy to be here. This should be show's about a half hour, and then
show's about a half hour, and then we're gonna
show's about a half hour.
Go out in the street and riot.
Yep.
You guys need to get a little LA going on. You know what I mean?
Oh. It's hurtful. We're supposed to shit on your city. It's hurtful. Yeah. Good, Dave. Do the professor thing. Creep him. Yeah.
Do what?
Say stay after class.
Stay after class.
Jesus Christ. From the top.
What?
Let's get one clean.
Stay after class.
No.
And
Be surrounded by baby heads while you do that.
stay after class and wear that little short dress.
You're a college professor. Aren't you?
I guess.
Great. You thank me backstage. Do you understand me?
Sure, I'm a college professor.
Graduate? School? Oh, fuck. Great. Now I gotta figure that out.
You're listening to the Dollop! This is an American history podcast where each week I, Dave Anthony, read a story from American history to a guy with TikTok hair.
Gareth Reynolds, who has no idea what the topic is going to be about, and you just confessed to pedophilia right before that, just so you know. And I was gonna let that slide. Lose the straws, Hawking.
Technically, it's not pedophilia.
Jordan Peterson, ladies and gentlemen.
I was having a discussion one time with a guy, and he was and we was talking about some star who got caught sleeping with girls who are like 14, and I was like, "Hey, he's a fucking pedophile," and he goes, "No, it's not pedophilia," and he named what the actual term is, and I was just like, "You're defending this way too hard. Like, it's really uncomfortable."
You gotta love that they're term freaks. No,
that's not what I'm doing.
no.
He's doing what?
What we're doing, what I want to do, what we all want to do, but only some of us do.
Trump isn't friends with Epstein.
The greatest. I never met the guy before.
I don't know. Should we do the podcast or should we just talk?
Yeah. No, we should do the podcast. Yeah, definitely. The talk has been bad for both of us. Talking part's been horrible.
I think it was sexy.
I don't agree. Do not agree.
Portland's very free.
Yep, I think the podcast is a good idea. I really do.
Tomorrow we're going to Bend. That's the same thing, right?
Huh? No, don't say it. What?
Tomorrow we're going to Bend, which is the same thing. It's exactly the same.
See, this is.
There's no difference.
It's such a weird, it's so weird to be like, I'm a podcasting heel. I go to towns and I like to start from a deficit. Hey, your town's just like that shithole, isn't it? I'll tell you what country I like better, Russia. Come on! Or I guess now it'd be America.
Someday you'll find your comedy voice. 1863. year of our Lord. Listen to all the followers we've created. This podcast is spreading the message of Christ.
No. This is a doll-related podcast. I'm not going to argue anymore. This is a show about doll heads.
You know who was a doll?
No.
Jesus Christ. Or Jay Tizzle. We can call him Jay Tizzle.
That's a new low.
Lawrence McCullough Sullivan, also known as Larry, was born in St. Louis. Now, no one knows anything about his childhood at all, because he's poor.
Nor should we.
Yeah. But at 20 years old, he ventured off
So nobody knows about his adolescence either.
the whole way.
Okay, so 20, we start to get some ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's when he came to Oregon.
Little city called Bend. We back.
Nobody knows why, but there's a pretty good chance it's because he was escaping something. He was getting out,
Sure.
because this is where he came. Oregon, really the closest you could get to the wild frontier while still living in a city.
Okay. Or state.
City.
It was a city?
Oregon was a city. Trust me.
Sure did spread.
Trust me.
The city of Oregon.
Yeah. Well, it was a place you could hide out, but still have all the city stuff
Sure.
that you wanted.
Okay.
So Larry landed in Astoria. Is that part of Portland, or is that nearby? No.
The woman who cheered was
Coast?
like,
Oh, it's the coast. That way. That way? I don't know where I am in the theater
Sir.
right now.
run outside and then just figure it out.
Okay. So it's where all, yeah, you guys are up the river, right? So it's down the river? All I know is the Oregon surfers are fucking dicks.
All
Oregon
right.
surfers, terrible
All right.
reputation. You can all go fuck yourselves.
All right, Dave. Come on, buddy. We were rocking and rolling. David, put your goddamn finger down. Put it down. The other one was better, I guess. Honestly, I don't know why. You really are the bad boy.
Astoria is a very tough working class port town. Look at it.
Completely.
What a
Your story checks out.
Fucking nightmare.
What do you mean a nightmare? That looks
Look
great.
at that badass.
That looks perfect.
Murders all the time.
So what?
But Larry was very tough himself, and he had no skills. So he decided to become a boxer.
A boxer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, most boxing back then was done-
That's like now, but it's podcasts. I got nothing. Start a podcast. It's a good idea.
worked for Rogan. You know what? That's
What-
not
what-
fair
what
because he
happened-
was a comedian.
What happened to you? Just what's your deal today? You just came to burn any bridge near you?
Oh
and
no, am
those
I going to
far
burn
away?
a Rogan bridge?
Well, no, but
Oh God!
You're in. Oh, it's just.
I burned the Rogan bridge.
Well, you've also come here and complained about it 5 different times at the beginning where we are. I'm just saying it's
I didn't complain about
you're
it.
drinking haterade today. You hate their surfers?
Yeah, the servers are a problem.
Well, that's
but
what I'm
everyone
talking
knows
about.
that.
Yeah, no. I don't want to. I'm not. You're right. We should go ahead.
Oh, so you're for the people who beat people up on the beach?
If you're the people on the beach, yeah, I'm for that. Yeah.
No, just a nature photographer.
A what? A nature? Yeah, get them out of here. I don't need it. What the fuck?
All right, so now you're burning bridges.
We got enough nature pictures. Go home, loser. Oh, look, a tree. Yeah, we got it. We got Google Maps. They'll redo it in 5 years. Fuck off. Enough. Every time someone takes a picture of a plane landing, oh, good. Now we know what that looks like. But in the future, maybe we will need that footage. 3, 2, go.
Now, most boxing back then was done under what's known as London rules, which was basically two things: bare knuckles, and a round goes as long as it takes for one of the guys to get knocked on their ass.
Okay. Wow. Oh, Christ. Jesus.
And then they're in the mud.
And in the mud, yeah, right. Fuck me.
And it's clearly before Labor Day.
Clearly what?
Can you see it?
Yeah, give me a little tilt, will you? There you go. Attaboy.
So Larry beat his way up the totem pole until he became the top prize fighter in Astoria, which... Like, I don't know how big it is, but how many fucking people are in Astoria? It's like he beat, how many? 10,000?
She's
Okay, so back then it's like 8.
Yeah. She's here to defend Astoria's honor.
No, you can defend Astoria. That's
every step of the way.
Look, in every audience, there's people who are wrong. No, I don't. I honestly don't know anything about Astoria.
And we found it's normally the Astoria people in this area.
If I know...
That's why they call it Astoria, because you believe a line of bullshit that's a fairy tale. It's a big Astoria for you to believe.
If I can imagine Astoria, it's a port town that over the years was working class, and now it's been gentrified and it's very expensive. Okay,
You got a target? You got a target?
Brewery?
No
You got good
target,
breweries?
all right.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, it's classic poor people go live inland. So, back in the late 1800s, Oregon, prize fighters were the biggest celebrities in town.
Nice.
And Larry enjoyed all the fame that came with it in Astoria. He was
Sure.
like a big man. Top of his game. So now there's only one place to go. Try his luck in the big city, Portland.
Nice.
That's much bigger.
Yeah.
It's much bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger. Yep. Yeah, go back to the first picture of the city.
Of Astoria?
Yeah. All right. You're telling me... I'm starting to come onto her side a little bit with it. I'll be honest with you.
That's very nice.
It's nice compared to the... Go to the other one? Yeah. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Looks like a smoker's lung. In a good way. It's great to be here.
All right, I didn't know you were going to start shitting all over the town.
Hey, fucking beach is covered in nature photographers. It's disgusting.
So things did not go as he planned. Larry got the shit beat out of him regularly, with his best showing reportedly being a loss after 72 rounds.
Oh my God! What? Legit rounds?
It was an undercard.
That's when the feature runs the light.
Imagine watching a 70. You're just like, okay, guys. Like, seriously. I'm here to watch Big Phillip, not whatever the fuck you guys are doing.
72 rounds.
72 rounds.
All right, lunch. We're gonna take a lunch break. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's where the comedy's coming from.
Apparently, after 72 rounds, quote, Larry threw up the sponge. Like, I guess that's how you ended the fight. You were
Dude,
just like,
I was picturing something completely different. Yeah, I was picturing like, all right, that's it. Larry just barfed a sponge. Larry, you were eating sponges? I didn't know what else to eat. Larry, what are you doing? I got so hungry. You don't eat sponges. I ate some of my teeth too. Jesus Christ. What you doing? I ate a dish rag. What? The hell are you doing? Is that a fork in your puke? I had a dinner set.
Eventually, that became a towel.
What?
Well, when you.
Yeah, a towel. Yeah, right.
But it's just a sponge
Yeah.
is.
There
A
was some
sponge
guy who's
it
like,
should still be a sponge.
I mean, I guess you're right, but I also imagine. I mean, they do have sponges sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, well, I've seen
It's
Rocky.
the whole thing's weird in the corner. Whatever's happening in the corner, you're always like, what is he doing? Like the guy's concussed, and this guy's like, all right, remember, keep trying to beat the shit out of him. It's really, he's beating the shit out of you a lot. Try to beat the shit out of him. We're gonna put Vaseline and water on your face. You gotta go back in. Well, what was this? Goodbye. Did that even just happen?
So it was reported in papers.
I ate a bunch of mud. Larry!
I mean, I literally read it in papers across the country. That, like, it was written up, even though it's not really a big fight. It's an undercard in Portland.
Right. 72 rounds.
But 72 rounds,
Yeah.
everyone's like, well,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
The Evening Star of Washington, D.C. had the headline, quote, Larry Sullivan whipped in 72 rounds with bare knuckles.
I don't know if you could say anything that goes 72 rounds is whipped. Like he lost, but whipped is like 3 rounds or something. 72 rounds? He barely lasted out there. Weak-willed Larry. It was so focused on towel munching.
I mean, their faces must have been coming off.
Off. Completely.
Yeah.
He probably didn't eat the sponge and throw it up. It probably just went in through a wound. It was like, Christ. Larry's eye just ate the sponge. How am I doing? You gotta go back out there. What? Yeah. My watch. Larry. Ah. Christ, he's jingling like treasure. That's why he's a prize fighter. He's full of goodies.
That's how piñatas were created. Let me see. I think this is the right. No, that's the wrong picture. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where I was. Okay. Don't mind that.
I think there's a cartoon.
So, because he sucked at boxing against actual boxers, not just guys in Astoria, he had to actually find work. So,
no.
luckily for Larry, he had made friends with 2 brothers while in Astoria, whose dad owned a sailor's boarding house, and he had been a pioneer in the art of Shanghaiing.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, Larry. No, Larry. No. No, God. Jesus. By the way, the fancy boy there was like, good, yes. Now, man, Trory goes on that ship for years of working, yeah?
Are you saying he's a fancy boy because he has a ribbon on his hat?
Yes. Also elbow out, also cane, and also just standing there. And also, shadow is demon. That's right. Beat him mid-senseless. Then we threw him on the ship. He'll wake up and not understand what he's after. Now, to celebrate, let's go have pastries. On me, gents. Shanghai, I'm real good now. You understand? Yeah. That's right.
He got kind of tired of drawing and just did scribbles over there. He's like, enough!
What? We need it now. The hell was that?
That's a bush. That's a fucking bush. I don't know.
Go.
Don't rush me, Larry.
I'm assuming you just said that name on accident because I'm not
I did say that on accident.
Yeah.
It's hard because that's my go-to name, but
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So
Let's lock it up.
Shanghaiing means kidnapping or coercing a random guy into forced labor on a ship. It was usually done by preying on an unsuspecting bar patron or slipping knockout drugs like chlorhydrate or doses of opium or laudanum into their drinks. There are even stories of putting opiates in cigars.
Oh, that one you wouldn't see coming. Keep your hands on your drinks, boys. Good work. Yar! Huh?
Sometimes the Shanghaiers would knock them out with a blackjack, like in a cartoon, or drop them through a trap door.
Why is there a leprechaun? Who's the hammered leprechaun?
That's what it was like back then.
I think I found his gold! You foolish spy! There was no gold all the time! Now you work on a ship! Doo-hoo-hoo. I mean, we've already done a trapdoor rant this week, so I'm not gonna get back into it. I was very pro seeing this.
Yep.
I'm not anti, but I do wish people would only use trapdoors for good.
Yep.
Also, I would imagine it would be back then pretty easy to spot the trapdoor.
Yep.
Hey, wasn't there a guy standing here? Not anymore. Why don't you stand there? Cigar?
Shiver me timber.
Brr. Not my hat!
Everyone just moved to the other side of the room.
The leprechaun is really being a fucking asshole about it. That's life in the tavern, I suppose.
So the poor guys would wake up with a nasty headache on a ship in the middle of the ocean, pressed into work as a sailor, and they wouldn't come back home for years.
I've woken up hungover in some bad zones.
Yeah.
But I've always been like, I just got to get out of here, figure it out a little bit. To just be like, what? You're a sailor. Huh? Now you work on this ship. For not much, too. So there you go. What? Like with a hangover? Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, you're hungover.
Here, have some lemon.
Is there a poo rope?
Learning about that hungover. And it's time to teach you the poo rope.
So there are plenty of stories of Shanghaiing going wrong. Even the Shanghaiers being scammed themselves.
The Shanghai. Oh, okay. Why don't you smoke the cigar first? Don't mind it first. What the fuck? Oh, no. Ah, fuck.
Like once a guy desperate to fill his crew quota wrapped a wooden cigar store Indian statue in blankets and managed to get it on board a ship with the skipper being none the wiser or another guy.
None the why? The skipper's got problems.
Well, they think it's a knocked out guy and it's probably just wrapped in a blanket.
So all the guys came unwrapped? That's good. It's a stiff, tiny one, but all right.
Another guy found that 22 men who accidentally consumed embalming fluid thinking it was a party drug and sold them, mostly corpses, to an unsuspecting captain.
So there's a captain who took 22 dead guys on the ship.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is the laziest group of shits we've ever bought. Wake up, losers! Hey, Captain, all these guys are dead. Oh, God.
This one's missing a head.
Yeah, that one looked off to me the whole time. All right, well, get that wooden Native American up here. You, get to work.
He's made of wood, sir.
We got really ripped off back there.
Sometimes the poor victims would be tricked into it. Larry is responsible for perhaps the most legendary example of tricking. A teenager named Aquia Ernest Clark left the farm where he worked in Scappoose. Scappoose?
I don't know if you do the question mark ending.
Scappoose? I think that's just how you say it in general.
To Scappoose.
Welcome to Scappoose.
Scappoose?
Ready to enjoy his off time in Portland.
This is such a horrible setup. Finally, a little downtime in Portland.
Yeah.
This will be nice.
I'm going to have a fun time.
I've been working hard on the farm all week.
Just a few days in Portland. And he went to the waterfront where the action was happening, and he got to drinking. And he met a nice guy who suggested he stay at a particular sailor's boarding house because, quote, it's the best place to stay in Portland.
Fuck me. Couldn't have a conversation.
The fella told Clark that the owner, Larry, was throwing a huge party on a riverboat cruise
Oh, yeah.
to Astoria and back.
Whoa. I gotta be the luckiest guy to walk into a huge party. I was just fixing to do something fun. I love boat parties.
So Clark and 10 other guys were like, yeah, we'll go on your boat party. Party has everything. Beautiful women, a live band, food, and booze, especially booze.
What the fuck is happening? What? I feel like I'm on a Disney water ride. Walk me, what do you think is happening?
You're catching a fella.
I know, but what's Captain Morgan doing? He's got a dunce cap on because he's an idiot. He's clearly consuming some kind of poison.
Yeah.
Then we've got the captain who's obviously an asshole, but he's like pouring the booze into his hat, maybe? And then obviously I don't even want to get into the withdrawal and issues that are going on with his little servant who's just like,
Yeah.
I can't believe these people are drinking out.
I think he's high.
He's high.
And the V for Vendetta guy is going to hit him with a bottle.
The V for Vendetta guy. Oh, he's going to slug him with the bottle. He's taking off his little party hat. And he's going
to knock him out and Shanghai him.
Yeah, all right. Well, I thought they were just I didn't think that. I mean, you don't really need to buy him any drinks if you're just going to beat him with a bottle.
It's more fun, though.
All right, sure. I'll concede.
So from Clark, quote, we all had a few snorts of hard liquor, so they don't know what they're doing. Line them up, boys. Oh,
now let's drink a little cocaine.
And also one each of the justly celebrated Peach Blow cocktail.
Peach Blow cocktail?
Which was the invention of H.C. Malcolm, manager of the Portland Hotel Bar.
Okay.
The guy came up with a peach drink.
Sure.
There was steak if you wanted it, or there was pork, or you might order oysters, crabs, or fried salmon. Along with the midday dinner, they served rye, whiskey, rum, and 3 kinds of wine.
So it was a sizzler. It was a sizzler.
It's a sizzler.
It was a boat sizzler.
Where else are you going to get fried salmon?
Yeah, it was the SS Sizzler. Fried salmon, just how we like it.
I mean, it's literally the only thing I think we don't fry in America.
Oh, we fry it.
Do we fry salmon?
Oh, you're goddamn right we do. Better than anybody, too. You're on notice.
So before they went ashore in Astoria, all fucked up from the tons of free booze, the friendly man who brought them on the boat requested that they sign their name on a passenger list just to make sure they had a head count of everyone before they went back to Portland.
Wait, you want to get a head count before we go back? Wouldn't you want to do that before we left in the first place?
Yeah, we're doing it now. Don't worry about it.
It just seems a little strange.
Here, have more.
Oh, sweet peach weird thing.
No, that was a clam.
Oh, sweet clam. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. I just go, it was a very good time of drunk out here today.
Here, sign this.
Who should I make it out to?
No, just go ahead and sign your name. It's just a list.
You guys are my best friends. Today I left the farm.
I took it away.
A boy. And I didn't know what to expect.
Hey, man,
I made 15 pals that I plan on keeping in touch with forever.
Hey, man, what's going on over there?
And I'll never, even though I will not know you by name.
What's
By spirit, we shall forever be bound.
Hey.
My best friends. May I pitch a name for our group?
Okay.
The Glossy Posse. Cause we got a nice sheen. I don't even remember how did I start to write it into this? Love, whatever my name was.
Great. Okay. Don't.
I have a confession. I threw up a sponge.
I know.
I put it in. Go ahead.
So what they didn't know is that the paper they just signed was an agreement to become sailors on an English grain ship.
So it was like their iTunes agreement.
Yes.
It was just like, I was here.
Or like, I won't sue Disney. I just want to watch Andor. Like, what?
Whoopsie poopsie.
They were on the ship, the TF Oaks.
Nice. Wow.
That's big.
Yeah, it's big. Looks like it's got horns, too, which is never a good sign.
Don't worry about that.
So did they just get loaded up that?
That's the, when it first was, that's the, what do you call it? Christening, yeah.
That's the christening.
It's the first time it's gone.
But so they just go from the party boat to this boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's clearly very large. So.
Whoa, we're about to hit an even bigger party. Oh, boys, I can't believe we hit a bigger jackpot after a gin rummy.
So, back then, anyone who bailed on an agreement was hunted down by the police, so they're now indentured servants. So the party sucked.
Wow, it says a lot about you'd rather go work 4 years on a ship than deal with the cops. Imagine.
So they were tricked to get on they were convinced that they were going to take a tour of the TF Oats. So then things start to dawn on them. They're like, wait a minute. And right when they started to realize it, 4 cops jumped out, each holding 2 Colt 45s. So 8 guns pointed at him to make sure that this happened. And the skipper approached them, quote, "Now, young men, you are sailors on the TF Oaks, and you're going to France. Just to make sure you're going, I'm going to sort of tie you together for a while." That happens.
That happens, does it?
You ever been on a boat?
Tied them together. Yeah. Fucking Three Stooges. It's like...
Well, then they can't run away because they're all...
Well, you already had all those Colt 45s. You had like...
Yeah, but the cops aren't going to stay there. They were just making sure they actually got on
Doesn't the
boat.
ocean work for that? Isn't the ocean like nature's rope?
They're still not on the boat. They're trying to...
They're still getting them
on
up.
the boat.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, the ocean does
I feel
work.
like the guns would just be go up that ramp. I have notes.
Look, they got it down. It doesn't need to be questioned. These guys know what they're doing.
Oh, well, look who's on the side of the police again. Very interesting, David. Very interesting. Yeah, I know. And this guy, everywhere we go, hey, leave him
right?
alone.
Boo him, absolutely.
You back the boo.
You So Clark wouldn't step foot back in Oregon for 7 years.
Oh my God!
It's all totally legal. This is all completely legal.
Well, I mean, no. I know it's legal. Obviously, it's legal, as it should be. It's just a shame for him. He really fucked up by getting drunk once.
In 1895, 4 sailors tried to get off a ship in Astoria and were arrested. So they filed the lawsuit, which everyone just assumed it would be a slam dunk because it's slavery to force men to work on a ship. But the Supreme Court ruled in Robertson versus Baldwin that the 13th Amendment, with its prohibition,
okay,
with its prohibition of slavery in all forms, mostly applied to Americans no matter their race, as long as they weren't sailors.
I'm surprised they didn't loophole that harder back into regular slavery. Like, in them, they'd be like, we call it the boat plantation.
Now, a lot of podcasts have done cruises. We could do I'm just coming up with ideas to increase our profits.
And that's our main goal, and I don't hate the idea. So pitch it just cleanly, Shark Tank me.
So we have like a 3-day cruise. The Dollop cruise.
Yeah, great.
Invite our fans.
Yep, the doll heads.
A couple thousand fans come on board.
Sure.
Then we make them slaves.
It's pretty good. Portland's out because we just revealed the plan, but other places are...
Right. But it's fun. It's a good time.
We could get her. We'd be like, well, this boat's going to Astoria. She'd be like, finally, a shortcut. That'd be great. We don't even bother with any activities. People are like, this is pretty scant. Quiet. You make those J-Town shirts, you hear? What? Get back to work.
Where's my Hillary Clinton research?
Hey, Dave, I misunderstood. I'm a centrist. You do it. Oh, no.
You were a centrist.
I'm mixed among them. Wait, what the fuck? Shut up. I want 50 bad puns by 4. But I'm part of the plot. Oh, fucked up.
So Larry is...
Whoa, cool.
Cool.
Those collars made everyone look like a piece of shit.
Yep.
Like every collar just like that looked like that game where you'd like pick who your boyfriend was or girlfriend was in the little hand game there. Yeah. Remember that?
I'm doing it.
I think you might be thinking of something else or you did it wrong.
Larry is the perfect Shanghaier, or crimp, as it was known.
Crimp?
Crimp.
Crimp.
He was the best of the crimps, and the best crimps were ex-boxers, since the people they were trading were unenthusiastic about the process.
I like how you don't want to get sued by the crimps. How do I put this carefully?
But it wasn't just Larry's fighting skills that made him the #1 in the game. It was his political savvy. Larry was the first crimp to figure out the true value of owning a sailor's boarding house. So it's just a bunch of transitory men with no local ties, and they could be used for one really important thing, that's voting. So they'd go from ballot box to ballot box across town, voting as many times as they'd like, because as complete unknowns, they were impossible to trace.
This is completely sounds like something from Trump's speech. They're going door to door. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. Did any man look normal back then? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Every guy wore titty pants.
Oh, it's got the little A. Is it the Mason's symbol? The little A? What is that? Or for? Whose symbol is that?
Where?
It's the Masons? The A. See the A?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Fucking Masons.
Stop. You'd join. Come on.
Ah.
You probably are a fucking Mason. You probably are Masonry. Yeah, you are, aren't you? Show me a little weird cuffling or whatever. Oh, my God. It's cool. It's just like a boys' club. It's like dodgeball, but we drink blood.
We don't
worry
just
about
drink
it.
blood. We also eat babies.
Don't worry. Once a week, me and my buddies get together. We drink like a lot of like beer, and then we eat pork, and one of us goes in a coffin for the night.
This guy doesn't know what the Masons are. So soon Larry was part of the local political machine because he was using his boarding house, and now he had political cover and the backing of local law enforcement. And around 1897, Larry has it all. He's got the full support of the powers that be in the city, a tacit but working arrangement with the other powerful crimps, and an alliance with the district attorney. Plus,
Yeah, he has it all.
Yeah, it's all.
He's got the piece of shit collector's kit. Okay.
Plus, he'd also just beat the shit out of anybody who got in his way until they gave up.
Right. That's an important part of all of this.
Yeah. In the 19th century, Portland, you could pretty much get whatever you wanted if you punched someone enough.
I like the early woo. Woo, oh. All right, beautiful. Again, lovely. Just a beautiful, yeah. Whew, I'm in fog heaven.
It doesn't look like it smells.
No, it looks great. Looks great, really. Gorgeous.
The captain of the German ship Ulstrafer.
That's right. The Ulstrafer. Unfortunately, our sails have all been burned. But you don't need sails. We are one of the world's biggest kayaks. Hurrah! Hurrah! I'm finished.
So in December 1900, the captain wrote, quote, "You cannot believe how these fellows are working. It almost seems as though they hold the whole law and authorities in their hands." Larry Sullivan himself said to the German consul, "I am the law in Portland."
It's not good when the Germans are like, this feels very illegal and immoral. Feels like you've removed the rights from a lot of people. Any who's it be?
So now Larry starts to organize and discipline all the crimps in Portland into what was basically a cartel.
Oh man, I really thought it was gonna be a crimp union. We're people too. Okay, a cartel.
Well, he's at the top, obviously.
Sure.
There they are.
Oh wow. Yep. Literally, just it's like the same dude in 20 outfits.
Why is there a tiny one? What's with the tiny crimp?
You gotta have a baby.
Why is there a 2-year-old crimp?
Can I answer the question? You gotta have a baby one. Gotta have a baby one. You gotta have a baby.
The guy standing next to him with the cane is like, "I got my fucking eye on you."
You imagine a baby just telling you to get on a ship?
What done with your bullshit? Get on the boat.
No,
Look,
the baby
you
would.
fucked up. You
the baby
fucked
would
up.
go on the boat and go,
Help me find my daddy. He's on the boat.
Oh my God, we've got to help this child.
My daddy's on the boat.
Okay, now what does your daddy look? Hey, why are we leaving port? What does your daddy? Oh,
Go fuck yourself, you fucking idiot. Let's go downtown and do some drinks and get some fucking pee. You know what I'm talking about?
Jesus Christ, baby.
I'm looking to go in when I left.
He's a degenerate. That's a quote from the baby guy. That's what the baby said.
"I've been trying to tell you guys, he's a bad person."
Dave, she's writing a lot of stuff down.
She's writing it down.
Are we in trouble?
This is what she.
Okay.
Canceled.
Please erase what please cross out what I just said.
I'm hoping.
He was from Astoria.
She might be taking notes for Rogan. Oh God, please let us finally get on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's all we want.
I'm Joe. If you're listening, I think it's important to listen to varying viewpoints, and I'd love to come on and discuss some of this stuff with you.
You could probably still get on Theo Von's podcast.
I don't believe that I could.
Yeah, you could. Why couldn't you?
I don't think I could. I think we're pretty much carved into a very specific little lane over here. It's not like I'm not pitching some of these places through Instagram DMs sometimes. I'll have a couple drinks and just like write it's my version of getting shanghaied. I'll wake up like, what did I do? Oh my God, what? I don't even like that guy. I DM'd Dr. Drew? Oh no! What am I becoming? Some of your stuff I really agree with. I gotta quit drinking.
Hey, Bill Maher, I really like your comedy. Gareth Reynolds. Long time fan.
Dear Chris D'Elia.
Check out my new tattoo.
Check out my tattoo. See, it's these conversations that don't really help.
If Joe Rogan was like, you can come on the podcast, but you have to end the dollop.
Oh my God! What are you doing? Of course, no. That would be talk about being a heel. That would be fucking insane. I would do that just for Reddit, just to be like. Be amazing. And I just this is how I would do it too. I would tell you I have a reverse dollop. And then I'd be like, I'd say today's date, and I'd be like, I'm doing Rogan, the show's over. And I close my laptop, and I just block you.
Okay, so Larry starts this cartel of crimpers. Any crimper refused to get on board would get knocked around until they agreed.
Okay. Similar tactics.
Yeah. They set the prices to make sure nobody is undercutting the group, and they work in unison for Larry's next plan, which is robbing the robbers.
Robbing the robbers?
So the crimps work hand in hand with the ship's captains to kidnap men to replace deserters or dead crew members. Well, there's an opening, basically. Right?
So fucking dark. Okay.
So the boarding houses would let men stay on credit, rack up a big tab, and then the only way they could afford to clear their debt was by signing up on a ship.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So the captains would reimburse the room and board and pay a headhunter fee to the boarding house, which was known as blood money.
Okay.
So Larry...
Jesus Christ. Ow. It's hard to know where he starts and I end. Look at that mitt on him. No, it's Larry. Wait, what the fuck is going on? It's Larry. Call him Larfy. Miss, you can keep writing. I didn't mean to shame you into stop writing.
Were you writing on stuff we were wrong about?
At the end of the show, she gives us a list.
Okay, here we go.
The fuck?
And this one's long.
Here we go. I bend over to look at it. She's like, "Pfft," and I end up on a ship.
So Larry realized the real treasure.
Jesus, look at this. This looks like a child on picture day if it just like got loaded with roids. I mean, look at that fucking mitt.
His jaw is full roid jaw, but there's no roids.
There's roids. Larry, that hand, that makes a lot of sense that people would be like, gone.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that. Looks like a crustacean. Looks like something you'd eat on the Sizzler boat.
He looks like he has to punch a person just to like get through a day. Like if he doesn't, he loses his power.
Yeah, or his swelling.
But it does look, his hand does look like he was just in a fight.
Yes. Yeah, his whole energy is that he just got there. All right, anyway, whatever.
All right.
Sorry, Larry. Is he still alive?
Yep. Yeah. Larry realized the treasure wasn't the crew's wages. If a crew member deserts, the captain keeps their pay. That means if a few of them split, that could add up to hundreds of thousands in today's money. So Larry and his fellow crimps began teaching sailors how to commit petty crimes like public drunkenness that would get them sent to jail, but just for a little bit of time. Actual photo. That's a real photo.
I don't think that's a photo.
That's a photograph.
I believe that's Rumpelstiltskin. But wait, walk me through that one more time. Okay, so the captain's on the hook if for the fine?
If people split or die, the captain keeps their money.
Right.
For their right. So now Larry starts getting sailors to commit petty crimes, so they get put in jail.
Right.
Then, when it was time for their ship to set sail, the captain would realize that all their men are in jail for 30 days. And this is a disaster because technically it's not desertion if a sailor's in jail, and if the ship leaves without the crew, the captain would have to pay them their wages right then and there.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the skippers couldn't wait a month to leave because then they're losing thousands of dollars every day. So they're fucked either way, basically. Right. Instead, Larry and his gang forced the captains to hire a brand new crew at a higher cost.
Well, we actually just stumbled upon a full crew ourselves. These men are dead. Oh.
Well,
I can see you've got a good eye.
These men are dead.
Being picky again, aren't we?
Yeah.
So they hire a brand new crew at higher cost, and they have to release a sailor's wages, often 6 figures. So instead of the captains stealing it for themselves, now they're having to give it over.
And it's a shitload, right?
It's a shitload of money.
Right.
Yeah. So this new arrangement was way better for the workers because unlike before, they were now actually getting at least some of the money that was owed to them.
They're just like, jail? Yes, please. Yes. What a dream jail is.
And then Larry would get his cut. So everybody's fucking happy except the captain.
Yeah, right. And that guy. Oh, Abbey Road. Oh. Now that looks better. That I'm more into. Except it looks like the trolley's definitely about to kill 100 people. But I like that. It's a better vibe. Better vibe.
That trolley killed 100 people.
My God, I'm so sorry. Wouldn't happen in Astoria. They don't have a trolley. More. I'll tell you, these people. More tall tales.
I'm going to tell you another story. We do got a trolley.
The greatest a new angry Astoria citizen.
Yes, we do. Enough. It's a fine town.
So one captain sues Larry for this, and he wins. And Larry had to pony up $200. But when the skipper was ready to sail, suddenly his entire crew is staying at Larry's boarding house, and the new fee for each man was $117. So he ended up losing a lot of money.
So don't fuck with Larry.
Yeah, don't fuck with Larry. Yeah. That's a boarding house. That's not his. But that's a boarding house in Portland. That's what they look like.
Might not be, but even if it... Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Looks like the Full House.
I needed a picture. So this thing where he lost the suit and then made the captain pay $170 for every guy causes an international scandal.
Really?
Yeah, so the British consulate blacklists Portland as a shipping destination. The French and German embassies formally protest.
Oh, so French and the embassies.
But they're not asking for better treatment for their countrymen.
No.
No, they
want the money.
They don't care about the sailors. They just want the
commerce.
They want the crooked captains to keep their racket because the captains are all from, higher up.
Right.
Yeah. So Larry's hustle couldn't last forever, and new progressive reformers were elected to clean up the town. And it didn't help that the Lewis and Clark Centennial Exposition was coming to town.
What the fuck?
Woo-hoo!
What in the fucking cosplaying horse shit is this?
Everybody came down to the docks and they gave indigenous people syphilis. Actually, that was the other way around, but whatever.
That what?
It's the other way around.
Oh, right. What?
Indigenous people gave the syphilis and they brought that back to Italy. And spread it around.
Nature's weapon, syphilis. The naughty revenge.
So yeah, it seemed like a really fun time.
Yeah, it sure does. A couple of people got real upset at that crack. Okay, yeah, who wouldn't want to go back in time in this time?
See a Lewis and Clark Centennial Exposition? Hit the trail!
But by the way, as we've talked about before, it was probably the most exciting shit in the world back then.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck, this is awesome.
God, I hope they walk backwards.
Oh, my God, stop. Come on, don't get your hopes up. Let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy it this time.
So
Everyone got their compasses?
So it doesn't help that this exposition is coming to town, and the tourists who came would exit the railroad station right into Larry's rough and tough area that he's got control of.
Oh, the greatest.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm looking for the Lewis and Clark reenactment. Have you seen... what?
Wake up on a ship.
Well,
I heard you liked exploring.
What is this?
Go downstairs, explore where all the diarrhea is, and clean it.
What? Sir, this is not on my map at all.
Well, it's the worst part of town. There's junks puking on the sidewalk and sex workers on second floor balconies and fighters throwing fists at each other in the street. It's just a horrible. It's a horrible.
So great to be looking for the Lewis and Clark exposition.
Excuse me. I'm a bit lost. And I'm supposed to be Clark. Ow! Pardon me, you just knocked my friend Clark over. I'm a fake Lewis. Now.
Just a pile of fake Lewis and Clarks.
I didn't even think of that. There would be a ton of guys dressed up like Lewis and Clark.
Yeah. And just I'm a little confused. It seems like your downtown has changed since the last exposition. Now, pardon me, sir. You've hit a number of Lewises and 5 Clarks. Now hold on there, sir. We're just trying to have a little fun. It's Lewis and Clark. We've lost 100,000 Lewis and Clark reenactors. I'm gonna go.
So
All waking up on ships.
So Larry reaches out to his buddies on the East Coast, the mafia basically, and asks them how they are going legit. And they told him it was very simple: get a monopoly on the garbage hauling service.
Sure.
So Larry cashed in the last of his chips and went for it. But the papers got a whiff of it, and they blasted it out to the public.
Okay.
And there was a huge outcry, and Larry's plan fell apart. And so he realizes it's time to leave Portland.
Damn. Did he go to Astoria?
No.
Bend, Oregon.
No.
While reading a newspaper, Larry saw a story about a new mining
Astoria?
A story. No.
Say everything you just said.
A story. No. About a new boom town in Nevada called Goldfield.
Okay.
That looks like shit.
That really does. That looks like
Yes,
the Mayans.
It's like Outhouse, USA.
Yeah. Boomtown.
Yeah, Boomtown. With its new
What,
money,
did it just catch on fire?
with its new money, Old West lawlessness, and really filthy clientele, Larry knew it was the spot for him.
Nice.
Together with the brothers who helped him start up his boarding house, he opened a casino, the Palace.
There? What, the idea of being like, this place needs a Harrah's.
I mean, in the middle, there is like a town.
Is there? I
Yeah.
just can't tell what's happening. I can't tell if that.
I mean, there's a bunch of tents everywhere.
It
but
literally looks like a volcano just hit it. So these are, I mean, okay. It's hard to, the scale's a bit
buildings
difficult.
in the middle. But look, Nevada is awful. So you can't make it look good.
What are you talking about, sir? It's our gorgeous state. We have the luxury of driving through it quite often.
Yeah.
And it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine if Arizona died.
So the big fanciness of the Palace impressed the miners. The gaming is better. The girls are prettier. It's a hit immediately. People love it. It was at the Palace that Larry met a man who looked like he hadn't told the truth in years.
What does that even look like? He's got fib wrinkles.
The kind of guy you could sell you your own coat and leave you thanking him for the bargain, George Graham Rice.
Whoa. Is he part serpent? There's nobody who would sell you your own coat. But it looks like I'd buy that coat. Look at that little weasel. All right.
So George is a gambler. George is a gambler.
He's a grambler.
He's a gambler. When he was down to his last $7, he got a hot tip on a horse that was sure to win and pay out 10-1. But instead of betting, he used the money to place it on an ad in the paper telling other people to bet on the horse and subscribe to his tip sheet. And it worked like a charm.
Jesus Christ. Interesting, yeah.
So he's on top of the world. He's a high roller. But within 3 years, it was shut down for mail fraud.
What a run, though.
Yeah. So George blew all the money, but came out of the experience with the skills to be an excellent copywriter. Quote, by the end of the run, he was maybe America's best writer of swindly ad copy.
It's like if pop-ups were a guy.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So he tried to break his gambling habit by moving to the West Coast where he heard about Goldfield. And his friend convinced him to come out.
And then Larry opens a casino. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I think God's trying to tell me to get back into the fucking game.
His friend convinced him to come out and be the press agent for a mining property and make a ton of money by suckering rubes into investing in the claim.
Nice. Cool. Yep.
Yep, that's shit.
All right, there you go. We'll be back.
By the time George met Larry at the Palace, George had built up his own ad agency and innovated a new way to generate excitement and investment. The human interest story.
Oh, no. Ugh. We've been doing it ever since?
Yes. It's really terrible. He placed tall tales of the Old West, as if it was the truth, into East and West Coast papers, gunfights, striking gold, rescuing the damsel on the railroad tracks, every stupid...
That one was still playing?
Yeah. Every stupid trope you could think of.
Was there an era where damsels were really on railroad tracks?
All the time.
It was an epidemic?
Yes, constant.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. They all featured George's clients as heroes, and it worked. Larry realized these stories were the ones that he had read in Portland and the ones that convinced him to come out to Goldfield in the first place.
Oh, so he fell for the bullshit.
These myths created a parasocial relationship between the audience and the mine owners, which made the readers even more eager to invest, and Larry knew he had to go into business with this bold young genius.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, explain it.
Explain it. It's like if Game of Thrones fucked The Prestige. What the fuck is this? Is this is supposed to be him? That's
Graham. That's George
the Grambler.
Graham.
And he's in a room full of outfits and faces?
Matt, he's a man of a million masks.
Okay. Sure seems fine. You'd think he'd take better care of all of his personalities. Such a man.
So Larry and George partner up.
Good. This is a good duo.
And they invested a mine for $1.7 million in today's money.
Okay.
And they created a corporation called the Sullivan Trust Company.
Nice.
And split it into 1 million shares.
Jesus.
George got to work on the ad game, drumming up interest, but things started to smell a little fishy.
Sizzler boat?
And then fried salmon.
Fried salmon. Here at Sizzler. The new steak fish. Here's Sizzler.
Did you say steak fish?
The steak fish. Fresh caught steak from the ocean. What the fuck is Sizzler doing? Shrimp fingers. What? Sizzler. Is anyone listening?
Pasture fish.
Pasture fish.
Grown in the mountains of Montana.
Pig lobster. We don't even know. Every Tuesday. Maybe. What the fuck? Sizzler.
Sizzler. We don't know what we're doing. My
Sizzler.
God, Sizzler, help us.
Sizzler. When we fire an employee, you eat them. Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sizzler, there are literally no rules. Sizzler!
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 If you go to the bathroom, we kill you and cook you.
Yeah, and whatever you flush goes on a plate. Sizzler!
Are there?
Hi, I'm Tom Sizzler. Some of our ads got a bit aggressive recently, which is why the people who wrote them will now be served to you at Sizzler!
Hi, it's I, Satan. When I became a majority owner of Sizzler, a lot of people wondered what direction I would take it in. But like we always say in hell, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which is why all the souls of the damned will now be served at the buffet at Sizzler. Plus, we've removed the sneeze guards. We're encouraging sneezing and coughing and ejaculating for some of the men. Sizzler, please take this company away from Earth. Sizzler.
Are there still Sizzlers?
Yes.
There are.
I could say with great confidence some are hanging in there.
Well, it seems like they do go bankrupt a lot.
Yep, that's a part of their business model is
I remember once
somehow they stay afloat.
One tour we were doing, I stayed at the airport, LAX, and I stayed overnight because we had to get up at like 6 a.m. for a flight. And I went down the street to eat, and I looked in the Sizzler, and it was just packed. Like
those are
long
prisoners.
tables.
Those are prisoners.
Help! Help! No!
We're making salmon. Release the pink spray.
And then it rotates, and there's a new Sizzler.
Yeah. You didn't see anything, did you, sir? Did you, sir?
Welcome to Sizzler. Do you like your food?
That's the end of it. Fucking Red Lobster went out of business before Sizzler. How the fuck is that possible? Cheddar Bay Biscuits couldn't. Sizzler was like, we literally don't have shit and we're still doing it. Sizzler, now for dogs. Bring it.
Just the Sizzler truck driving on the road, grabbing roadkill.
Yeah.
Yes, it's steak. Sizzler.
Sizzler. Shut up, eat your sand. We have guns. What?
It's all you can eat until you can't. Sizzler.
Sizzler. We say when it's all you can eat. You can fit more. What? Eat more.
You're not done yet, Jim. Sizzler, are you crying? Does it hurt?
Sizzler, do a line of breadcrumbs. Pick yourself up off the goddamn mat. Your dad fucking hates your guts, you little bitch. Sizzler. Sizzler, sorry. Sizzler, sorry. Sorry about that.
Apologies.
Sizzler, my love language is aggression, and I got it. Sizzler.
Sizzler.
I've been drinking. Sizzler. I shouldn't have drove. Sizzler. Anyway,
I feel like we just lost one of our sponsors.
they're great. That's what we should do. Every time we lose a sponsor, we should just fucking rip them.
I did that and I got in trouble.
Yeah, I remember.
What?
No, it was. We've never worked with BetterHelp, but it was like a BetterHelp.
No, we love BetterHelp. They're great.
No, what we love about podcasting is it's a space where you can talk.
What the fuck? What is the story now?
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
There was one.
so they started. Larry and George partnered up, and they invested in a mine for over 1.7 million
I don't
in
think we
today's
need
dollars.
to keep going. I think we're good. I think we can. Honestly, I think it's over. It just sounds so complicated now that we're like coming back to it.
They created a corporation called the Sullivan Trust Company, split into 1 million shares, and then George got to work on the ad game, drumming up interest.
Right.
But things began to smell a little fishy. That's where
There
we
it was.
That's where we went off target. I just got a text from Finn. Are you doing a show?
No response is a great answer to that.
Yes. If you're hungry, go to Sizzler. You
No.
little
We're not.
It's time to eat your grandpa.
No. Can't go back.
Then Larry gets his first telegraph bill. It was almost $50,000.
Holy shit.
Quote, when Sullivan learned of its size, he nearly collapsed. And then George swindled him out of another $10,000 for ads he had placed in papers, and Larry is very worried that he was the rube.
Oh, that's finally. I got shanghaied.
But 10 days later, the orders start coming in.
Okay.
Almost 1.3 million at 25 cents a share, $13 million in today's cash. So
What the fuck?
they cleaned up
Yep.
and they went on a buying spree. From George, quote, that week and the next, Sullivan gave me carte blanche to speculate in local mining stocks with partnership money. And within a fortnight, we had made another small fortune from securities. These were advancing in price on the San Francisco Stock Exchange by leaps and bounds. So they're just fucking rolling in money.
Yeah. Now that they have money, they can actually make money. It's great.
And
It's
the
America.
mines didn't even, Jesus fucking Christ.
Just leave it. Just ignore it.
mean-
Just ignore it.
It's not,
You're working. It's your
I
job.
can tell you what it is. He needs money.
No, that's fine. Well, but you can't give him money right now. What does he need money for?
What does he need money for? Get a job?
Shanghai him. Shanghai. Dave's just like, over here. I got a little money over here.
You know, he needs ESPN. Oh my God, he's harassing me because he needs ESPN. I just said fuck off.
Yeah, we don't have time.
So the guys are they're just rolling in money, and the mines don't need to be productive because everyone's just throwing money at them, and everyone knows it's speculative. So when most of it didn't work out, nobody told the law enforcement. Everyone's
Okay.
just like, yeah, okay, I got fucked again.
Right.
And they got away scot-free. Of course, some of their big-time investors did have to be convinced that they weren't getting screwed. So when VIPs from back east would come to check out their investments, Larry and George would salt the mine.
Uh-huh.
So they put gold and other whatever gems inside the mines to make them.
Why the fuck would you announce that you're going to go for your mine and be like, I'll be there in 2 weeks?
I guess we'll put gold all over the floor.
Yeah. You got to bar rescue the mine. You just show up and they're like, oh, fuck. This is fucking barren. What the fuck are you guys talking about? I'll be there soon. I'm excited to see gold.
I don't know if you could, because anybody rich coming, they would, once they got off the train, they would know and they would just salt the mine.
How fast can you salt a mine?
Just throw fucking diamonds and whatever.
I mean, this makes the case that the rich should not exist more than anything I've ever heard.
Yes.
Just... Egads! It sure is sparkly down there.
Oh, we haven't looked in that one yet.
Oh, well, boys, you sure should have. I think I found a humdinger. Whoo-wee! What the fuck? Oh, fuck me, no. I can't watch this. It's too good. Is that what he said? Why does the one guy not have eyeballs?
Don't worry about that.
Okay. I think it's time to raid a good, sure thing. Old Mark. Go to it. Yeah, okay, they're rich fucks, right? That's basically. There's a baby again. Don't fuck with us.
Oh, Christ, that's not a fucking baby. That's a weird rabbit.
It's a what?
It's a rabbit.
What's it doing?
I got screwed on the market.
Is that Uncle Sam at the window? That's Uncle Sam at the window. Like, I think it's time to raid.
Back then, nobody was good at cartoons. You just drew it and did thought bubbles and you were done. It didn't have to make sense.
But it still makes sense in the sense that we're just like, Jesus Christ, fuck the rich.
Yeah.
That's all. That's just the complete theme forever.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys being fucking assholes about where they own everything. And we're like, man, soon we'll change it. This was 130 years ago. Don't worry, we'll get around to it soon. Next week, we start.
But George and Larry had legitimate productive minds as well, so the whole operation is not a fraud. So with that, though, the speculative bubble, what it was, though, was a speculative bubble. So other mining stock investments contributed to it, but Goldfield was like the main
hub
place. Yeah. Sullivan Trust Company collapsed in 1907, and George went on to try and swindle other investors, even though he's fucking just a crazy millionaire.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, though. It's not.
Yeah, they can't stop.
It's not security.
Yeah.
It's a compulsion.
Yeah.
It's a disease.
He tried it with copper mining, where he was caught and arrested for mail fraud.
So what the fuck? Why would you do it?
Because it's the thrill.
I already answered it. Yeah, exactly.
Larry tried to do the same in Mexico, but the mine he bought was a dud, and he just didn't have that.
It's so funny to imagine the Mexicans just like, quick, throw diamonds. This is a winner, boys.
And he didn't have that magnetism or flair like George did for PR. In the end, he went to L.A.
Yeah, hey! No. It's a great town. The prick capital of the world. Smogsville. Actorland.
You heard of Tom Cruise?
That's right. Well, he lives there.
Yeah.
And he's got a bunch of religious McDonald's places opened up everywhere.
Right.
And guess what? It's going pretty good.
It's going pretty good.
Pretty good. A lot of people are listening. Okay? Sorry, Portland. And neighboring areas.
You know my favorite Tom Cruise thing is... Have you seen...
Go.
Have you seen the show Reacher on...
Yeah.
It's a fucking great show. The guy is like...
He's too big.
He's the size of a house.
He's too big. What I like is a little Reacher.
Well, so Reacher in the comic is a huge person. And a friend of mine was writing a screenplay for the first Reacher movie years ago. And then Tom Cruise read it. And he was like, I'll be Reacher.
I'd like to try. Give me a
And
shot.
so the whole thing about Reacher is he's big, and then they're like, well, Tom wants to do it. So then Reacher was tiny.
But that's why I'm reaching so much. I can't get to it.
It became a different kind of Reacher. Could you help me get the soap?
Hey, give me that little ladder so I can reach the cookie jar. Yeah.
All right, so Larry ends up in LA, and he works as a private detective, because,
Yeah.
and he works with perhaps the greatest lawyer of the 20th century, Clarence Darrow.
Whoa.
Who defended evolution in the Scopes monkey trial and countless unions against tyrannical bosses and Eugene Debs during the Pullman strike. So Larry was suspected of trying to bribe the jury in the famous case of the McNamara brothers, who blew up the LA Times building, but it was never proven.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Nope. There.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That could happen again. I wouldn't care. So Larry then got involved in Mexican lotteries around Southern California, but local authorities put the kibosh on that. So then he came back to Portland. But the only three things he was
I love
good
that you're proud of him. Have you been listening?
That's right, LA. Second. You were too moral for this prick. Sizzler.
There's only three. The only three things he was good at: running casinos, rigging boxing matches, and serving liquor, were all illegal now in Portland.
What, did he not know that?
Well,
he came back and he was
came
like,
home.
it's fine.
Came back to his peeps.
He's rich, though, so whatever.
It didn't stop him from trying, though. So he's in and out of jail for years.
That's not his mugshot.
And when World War I erupted across the globe, Larry got a job as a security man.
Is this where white-collar crime comes from?
I didn't like it.
I didn't either.
When World War I erupted across the globe, Larry got a job as a security man at a shipyard, perhaps the very same one he used to run with an iron fist. And Larry died in 1918 of kidney disease, probably from drinking, having lived more in his 55 years than most would in his lifetime. So that's it. That's Larry
Fuck
Sullivan.
me. Jesus Christ. We lost the real one. So that's how Sizzler started. It's crazy.
The research was done by Josh Androwski. Sources: Larry Sullivan, boxer, con artist, Shanghai baller. Riverboat party turned out to be the Shanghaiing trick. Larry Sullivan, notorious P-Town Shanghaiing cartel. Boss Shanghaier Sullivan's mine stock fraud career. These are all four by Finn J.D. John. And Shanghai Days, a rogues to rich rags story of Portland's seafaring past by Dale Bates. And Tunnels Get to Underbelly of Portland's Lava's Past by Joseph Frazier. My Adventures with Your Money by George Graham Rice.
I don't know if we've ever had a source giggle.
The Evening Star and the Tillamook Headlight Herald. So that's it.
Oh, wow. It is so, it's almost, it's so stupid at this point to even talk about, like, how money is the ultimate corrupter. But every time I see those cartoons of that shit, it's just like, that depresses me more than anything. That forever someone's been like, I got a cartoon. And we're just like, fuck. Like, they just are, it never ends. And then we're at like peak austerity again now.
Yeah.
And then we're just totally fucked again.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you.